Hi! So it's June now and it's getting pretty hot in Slovakia, so I've decided to make myself a summer outfit. The outfit will consist of two pieces, which is miniskirt and a crop top. I'm going to sew the skirt and I'm going to crochet the top. So these are supplies. This floral fabric is going to be a skirt. This is the lining for the skirt and those are for the top. I think I want to start with the skirt. Let's do that. So the plan for the skirt is to make it a wrap skirt. So it goes like this. You wrap it and tie it on the side. As you can see, this was something before and it was the bottom part of a dress. Didn't wear it too often, so I decided to cut it and this is what is left. So I found a pattern for the skirt on Etsy, but I will have to modify it a little bit because there is no lining on this pattern. I hope it goes well, but we'll see. So I will now cut out the pattern. I will also unpick this fabric, so it would be a blank canvas. So yeah. So I've cut out the pattern, and this pattern is way longer than the fabric I have, so my skirt is going to be truly mini skirt. And I have a concern. This pattern looks also wider than the fabric I have. I hope I have enough of fabric. So this is how pattern pieces look on my fabric, and as you can see, it's not enough. So this is how short my skirt is going to be, and as you can see, it's not enough width, so the wrapping part probably will be shorter. I'm not sure how it's going to look in the end. I guess we'll see. Also, I would not need those parts, only this, and this is the mess. So what I've decided to do is to make the one side of the skirt not as wide. So this is going to be the inside front part of the skirt. It will be shorter, not as wide, so that the front wrap part of the skirt would be size it should be. So this will involve a little bit of Frankensteining. I think it's going to be fine. So now I'm going to unpick those seams, side seams of this X dress, and then I'm going to trace the pattern on the fabric and cut it out. So I've cut out the back side of the skirt and the right front side of the skirt, which is going to be a bit shorter than the pattern. Now where the Frankensteining begins. So in order to fit this front flap, I need to combine those pieces of fabric. So there's going to be more seams in the skirt than on the pattern, but I don't think it will be that visible because the fabric is very busy with those flowers, so I don't think it will be that noticeable. It's also so that I would be able to use as much fabric as possible. This right side flap in the front, I will have to turn this seam like that so that I would gain 1 more centimeter for this part, so this buttonhole could potentially be a little bit visible using every centimeter. Bringing out my Bertha for an adventure again. Yeah, I named her Bertha. I think this name suits her. Okay, the success. So I joined this front flap. There's the back side and the front part under the flap. I now realize that I will have two seams near each other, but oh well, I'll have to deal with that. Now I will trace and cut out lining, this fabric, and also I cut out ties out of this gray fabric as well, and then I join everything. I will join this floral fabric first, the seams, and then the lining, and then I'll join lining and front, I don't know what you call this, together. So I just finished sewing the outer part of the skirt and I want to check whether it fits. But I'll have to change because I can't do the fitting in those jeans. Do you want an epic outfit change? Epic, right? So, the skirt. I think it's kind of it. I think it's fine. There will go another tie, and it's not that short, which is great. I didn't want it to be like really, really short. Okay, let's continue sewing. Look what I've got. It's almost done. The only thing left is to add one button and then it's completely done. Which means I've sewn my first garment ever. I don't think that I've ever sewn any piece of clothing before. This is quite exciting. So yeah, except for one button, it's done. So I would like to call it a one-day project. It would probably be a one-day project for somebody who is more experienced with sewing. It could potentially take a couple of hours for somebody who knows how to sew things. This is a one-day project. I'm glad I almost finished it today. As for the crop top, it might take longer than one day. It would probably take several days to make it. But I am excited about tomorrow because I haven't been crocheting in a long time, in several months. I think last time I crocheted something was in February. I'm excited about that. Let's finish the day. I wish you a good night and I see you tomorrow. Morning. It's actually 1 p.m. So, it's day 2 of this project, and today I'm starting working on the crop top. But before that, I would like to show you the skirt. There she is in the daylight. It looks so tiny, but it's finished. I added the button and a button loop for this button. It so happened that yesterday, before going to bed, I was reading a book. Wait, I'll show you. So, yesterday before going to bed, I was reading Bernadette Banner book about sewing, and yesterday there was a chapter on making button loops. So I actually did exactly that button loop. Thank you, Bernadette. Let's start working on the crop top. I have this top, and I think I want to sort of remake this top, but with crochet. I think I need to show it on the body. The crop top. I think it's a nice, simple crop top. The only thing that I want to change, well, there's 2 things that I want to change. First is, I think I would like to make it longer. I want to show my abs, also I don't want to show my abs. Well, you get it. So I think I'll add 1 ab length to the bottom, maybe half ab length, we'll see. Also, I want to lower the décolletage and I'll add a zipper in the front. So yeah, the crop top. The only thing that I mostly worry about is sleeves. I'm a bit intimidated by those. They have weird shape, and so far I only crocheted like squares or rectangles, and this is not a square or rectangle. So this is what we are going to use as a pattern. The hair looks crazy today. So I think I will work by panels. I will do each one individually, like back panel and then the front, which will consist of 2 panels and then 2 sleeves, and then I'll attach everything together. I think I'll start with the back panel. I think this one is more straightforward. So let's start doing the bottom row. The most important thing is to find the right amount of stitches that I need, and it might take several attempts to figure it out. So, attempt number 1. It will take some time. I think I overshot it. Maybe. It's always difficult to gauge how much you need, or is it fine? Also, I just noticed that it's not a straight panel as I thought it would be, but it increases up to the armholes. So I probably will have to increase this as well, so that it would be snug on the body. I will do the whole top the single crochet, if this tells you anything. The single crochet stitch is less holy because it's more tight, so I think it's the best stitch for the crop top. Well, it depends on what type of top you want to make. I want it to be as less sheer as possible. So I've done a few rows and I think we are good. I think I did the right amount of stitches, which have never happened before. I usually had to undo the first several stitches a couple of times till I'd find the right amount. But yeah, this time 1 and done. So I think I'll check out for a few hours. I'll go sit on the couch, continue crocheting. I'll put on some YouTube videos, and I talk to you when I have some substantial progress. Oh yeah, I've been waiting for this for a long time. Good evening. Stop shaking. Yeah, it's already an evening. I thought I would do some good progress today on this crop top, that I would at least make, I don't know, 2/3 of a back panel of the top. This is what I made in 6 hours. This is 6 hours of work. I mean, the skirt was 1-day project, and this seems like it's going to be a 1-week project. Maybe more, probably more. So I don't know. So long to go. I think I want to start counting hours, just for funsies, just to know how many hours it would take to make this type of top. The good thing is that I like crocheting, and it was a nice, relaxing time today to crochet this. Though I'm a bit frustrated that it takes a very long time. It's time to go to bed now. I'll continue tomorrow. I wish you a good night. So, it's been a week and it was a journey. 1 week and 30 plus hours later, I finally have the back piece of the top, which will go like this. Now it looks like a cape. Yeah. I'm not really sure how it's gonna look in the end, of course, because what I found out that this top, which I use as a pattern, is stretchy. But when I take it off, it's not stretched out, so it is a bit smaller. So I had to account for that, and I'm not sure how well I did that, so we'll see. So back piece is done. I thought that I will make the whole top in a week. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's going to take another week to finish this. So this is done. What I'm going to do now is to start crocheting the front part of the crop top, which will consist of 2 parts, left and right, because I want to add a zipper in the middle. And before I do that, I want to mark where my cleavage would end, so that I would have a better idea how to make the front part. I think I wanted to end somewhere here, so I'll mark like that. Going to be the center. And it will probably go like that. Something like that. I don't know how well you can see that. Are you ready for another riveting crocheting montage? Here you are. But before that, I will base stitch all those markers down, because they tend to disappear. Are you bored? Do you want a trick? So, 2 weeks went by and I'm slowly losing my mind. If I ever knew that making a crop top would take me 3 weeks and I'm still not finished yet, I would probably reconsider. Anyway, but look, we've got a vest. Let me show you. It looks like that. I think it fits quite well. What we're going to do now is to crochet 2 sleeves, add the mentioned zipper, and I don't want this top to be too boring, so I think I want to add a decorative scalloped edge around the neck, around the sleeves, and at the bottom. So yeah, let's do that. I would like to say it's a final stretch, but I think it's still gonna take me several hours, maybe a day, to finish this top. Okay, let's continue crocheting. I also would like to mention that I chose a cotton yarn for summer, but with 10% cashmere. And if you don't know, the cashmere is a type of wool that is taken from sheep that are grown in Kashmir region in India, that is in Himalayas. So it's used very well for Himalayas weather. And I've been to Himalayas and I wore a jacket and a hat when I was there. I hope it won't be too warm for our summers, because it's quite hot right now. So I guess I'll finish it and I'll find out. Let's go. And I did in fact finish it. So that I would not bore you with another crochet montage, this is a quick recap of last 20 hours of this project. I attempted to make sleeves like 5 times, then I decided to lightly attach the best option to the top to see how it looks, found out that it flares out a bit too much, redid a sleeve, and it looked better, so I said, okay, take it. Then I did a second sleeve and moved on onto the zipper, which I shortened and then sewed in by hand. Then I put a vest on to find out it fits. Then I finally attached the sleeves, and finally I crocheted on the scalloped edge onto the sleeves and the bottom of the crop top, but I couldn't bother to film it anymore, so enjoy the reveal.